Hello, so we are back for another theory related video or discussion kind of video relating to the Percy Jackson Disney Plus adaptation. And now what I want to talk about is just some kind of predictions that I have of to kind of how things are gonna go in relation to pre-production, production and then the release. So let's get into it. Now this is just kind of, I don't know if I can call it like a proper video. It's basically me just predicting when we're going to get announcements really and how things are going to go. So I'm going off a lot of what I've seen for the Avatar Netflix adaptation and how things have kind of progressed in that way. Now that's slightly different because there were some delays with obviously COVID, but then also just the fact that the creators left, and so there were previous delays as to what led to the fact that it was announced in 2018 and we're not getting it until probably end of 2022. But Percy Jackson has been progressing a lot quicker, things have been moving a lot faster, so things are slightly more sped up, but I'm still going off of what I've seen in relation to pre-production and the production process for the Avatar Netflix show. So just some context there. Now the thing that I want to start with is the casting announcement. So I'm planning on doing a a Greek gods casting video at some point on the channel here, so you'll get that at some point. But I believe we're probably going to have the casting announcements for the show sometime in sort of end of March, early to mid-April of next year, so in 2022. And usually when we get a casting announcement, it isn't that long until we go into filming. And so I believe, because obviously the first books of The Lightning Thief is set during the summer solstice period and over the summer, that we're going to have filming happening around July of next year. So we get the summer months for it to be filmed, and you know, things are a little bit easier to kind of get that done, and it fits more with the visuals that we'll have for this season. I would say we would get about 6 months worth of filming, just because these things take a little bit longer, especially with child actors. Sometimes you have to kind of take into consideration how long these things are going to run, because child actors only have so long that they can be on set. So 6 to 7 months worth of filming mean that they'll finish filming in about January or February of 2023, or at least not finish filming, finish production in January or February of 2023, so including some starting of the editing. So I assume they probably will finish filming, say maybe. Okay, so I'm cutting in here because I said the wrong time. So they would probably finish filming, I would assume, maybe around sort of October time. Maybe they'll start filming sooner actually because of the summer months, but they'll probably film on like in a studio more often. So I would guess that film would sort of finish around October. So they'll have at least July, August, September, about 4 months worth of filming and then multiple months of post-production sort of work. With the fact that production will have been going on in, say, post-production, so the editing side of things will be happening in December, so November, December, January, February, say around that, just to give them extra time if they've got additional things, as well as the fact there'll be things like CGI, green screen, special effects, all that good stuff. These things take a little bit longer, especially, and we don't want to rush it because, you know, the special effects and CGI creators already have enough problems with, you know, overworking. So we don't want to overwork them, give them enough time so they can get it out and get it sorted with enough time without being overworked. With that in mind, I would assume that we would see a teaser trailer in April of 2023 and an official trailer around sort of late May, early June. I would then expect the TV show to start airing sort of end of June or mid-June and going on till July. Now, like a weekly release. Instead of releasing all at once, I would assume they'd probably do a weekly release like they're doing with the Marvel shows. Although, I think they're probably going to run it how they do with children's shows, because obviously it is a show for kids, so they may release all the episodes at once. If they do, I think they'll release it all on the summer solstice, which I think is the 23rd of June in 2023. I'm not 100%, but that would be pretty cool if they released all the episodes on the summer solstice, considering that is a big thing that the show is that the book The Lightning Thief is centering around, the deadline for the summer solstice. And yeah, so my assumption is casting in April, start filming in July, and then a release of the show in June/July of 2023. So probably 2022 and 2023 are going to be big years for the Percy Jackson and Disney Plus adaptation. This is just a small little video here. Wow, the light has suddenly changed. Wow. Now, though I mentioned about the child cast, well, I know that I mentioned the casting for April 2022. I will admit that I don't want the child casting to be announced. I only want the gods and the adults, so like Sally Jackson and the Greek gods and all these sort of things, and the adult characters. I don't want any of the child cast, so mainly the main three. I'm fine with Lucas Sellin and all these sort of things, but I don't want Percy, Annabeth and Grover's casting to be announced at all until we get a teaser or main trailer in probably 2023 based on my predictions. Because I've seen what's happened to the Avatar Netflix cast already. Out of the 4, 2 of them are minors and they're already receiving harassment on social media because people aren't happy that the creators have left and all these sort of things. I know obviously the situation Rick Riordan is involved, but we've already seen people in this fandom are aggressive. You've seen the fact that I've had to leave YouTube multiple times because of this fandom. So I would rather the child actors be kept secret as long as possible to kind of protect them, or at least prepare them for what's going to happen, because this fandom is very toxic. So I would rather we receive no announcement for the child casting at all. I doubt they're going to do that, which is really unfortunate, but if that could happen, I would definitely prefer that to be the case. But as a whole, yeah, this is just my prediction for how we're going to start getting news, and hopefully that means we're going to get the show in 2023, or at least the first season of the show in 2023. And I assume things will go on from there. Like, I don't think we'll get like a, what's it called? Like an immediate renewal for a season 2 until after maybe a couple of months, I would assume, after season 1, or maybe a couple of weeks, depending. Because I don't think they will renew it until they see the numbers and the feedback on season 1 straight away. So we may not get season 2 for a little while after that, probably maybe another 2 years, possibly. So maybe season 2 in 2025 or end of 2024, it kind of depends. But yeah, July, June 2023, we could be getting the first season of the Percy Jackson Disney Plus show. What do you think of these sorts of how these announcements could go and how things may progress? Do you have your own ideas as to how things are going to go? Are you looking forward to the show? Is there something specific about the show that you are looking forward to? Whatever the case, let me know in the comment section down below. And also, let me know what you would like me to cover about these sort of things. Like, do you want me to cover like actual news when these things sort of come up? Sort of like what Daniel Green does on his channel of like fantasy news. Do like a Ryanverse news here on the channel. Whatever the case, let me know, and I'll probably do it anyway, even if no one asks. So that's just how things are going to be. As always, check out my links in the description box down below for all my social media and my Patreon. Can't support me on Patreon? Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, drop a thumbs up, leave a comment, share with your friends, let me know your thoughts. And again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.